Happy New Year to you too, Jane. Happy New Year to everybody. Welcome, welcome. How's it going? It's another Monday. We'll wait a minute for some few more people to come on. Welcome if you're just joining now. Happy New Year, everybody. How's it going? Good morning, Marla. Hello, hello. It's good to be here. Good to keep on being here. Hello, Linda. Hi, Alex. And Virginia, happy birthday. I also have a January birthday, later in the month. I think before this is over, we will all have had a quarantine birthday. If we're lucky, that everyone will have lived to have a birthday during this experience. All right, everybody. Welcome. I'm Annie Moyer. This is Sun and Moon Yoga's YouTube channel, and it is the first Monday in the year 2021. Happy New Year. I hope everybody has been able to greet this new year with some ease, some composure, some patience, some grace. And my feeling on the new year is that there's a bit of an arbitrary quality to the calendar, right? What is January 1st to the birds, to the trees? And what even is it to the earth relative to the sun, except for that it's in the same position that it was 365 days ago? And I often wish for everybody, myself included, that we could greet every single dawn as we do the new year. Hip, hip, hooray! Another day, another year ahead of us, another opportunity to be clear to ourselves and in our hearts about what our values are, what our intentions are, what our hopes are, what our wishes are. And because our internal systems also don't know January 1st from June 14th, from September 22nd. Our heart doesn't know. It just knows that we're here. Our gut doesn't know. It just knows that we're paying attention, that we're here, present, and breathing. Our lungs don't know, except for any given moment, there is an inhale and an exhale. So perhaps an intention or a wish or a hope or a dream for the new year is that every single day is treated like a new year, a new opportunity, a new gift. And especially during the pandemic, every day is most certainly a special gift. So let's come to the mat and start in a simple cross-legged seat. And establish your ground. Establish the feeling of gravity holding you steady and the earth rising up to meet that steady hold. And in that meeting ground is you and your sense of ground, your sense of a steady, reassuring, reliable seat. And from that seat, then we can tap into a rising energy up through the spine, the crown of the head. We can welcome some breaths in and out as we sense our very real presence right here, right now. And then begin to just tip the head from side to side. And you know, the demarcation of the calendar is so arbitrary that in different traditions and customs and parts of the world, it's not the new year at all. I am from a Jewish tradition. We celebrate our new year in the fall, right? So there's something to be said for recognizing the opportunity for every unique individual experience to decide right now, right here, this is a new year. And then from here, begin to take the torso around and around, some circular movements. Some easy flowing movement, and then you can bring the spine into the act by rounding and arching, flexing and extending, curling, opening, straightening, expanding. A swivelly presence, a soft approach to simple movement. And then when you feel ready, you can reverse the direction of your swivels. You can feel how your shoulders relate to the movement. You can emphasize some circular action in one or the other or both at the same time as the shoulders get into the act. And then come back to center and take your arm, one arm, and reach it across the front, across your lap, over to the other side, and then watch the hand as you circle the arm around. And then as soon as that one comes down to the side, do the other one. And then just keep going side to side. And you know, even the length of time that a year takes, 365 days for the Earth to orbit the sun, even that's arbitrary because every 4 years we have to add a day so we can keep pace. All that to just remind us that what really counts at any given moment is just that particular moment. That's all that ever really matters. And then come back to center. Okay? And straighten your legs out in front of you. I'm still wearing my warm fuzzy socks because it's cold this morning, especially cold here on the floor. So legs out in front of you, flex your feet, and then point the toes forward and pull them back. And then you can have your hands by your hips, back behind you, flex and point, flex and point, flex and point. And then you can start to lean your torso in the same angle and pace that your feet are moving. So as the feet pull back, the torso leans back. Feet point forward, same. And then we can invite some circular movements. So as the feet go, the torso goes around and around and around. And switch directions. Around and around and around. Breathing. Luxuriating in simple movement. Easy form. And then pause at center and then side to side. Tip the feet to one side, lean the torso to the same side. Over and over. So you'll notice one sitting bone comes up as the other digs down a little deeper. Now bring your arms into the act. So as the feet go one way, the arm goes one way, and you reach over to the side, and you can come down onto one elbow if that feels interesting, and then over to the other side, just like that. Easy lateral stretches. And then back to center. Now, bend one knee and hug it with the opposite arm as you take a simple twist. Keep the lower half of the torso facing forward the way your extended leg is, and the upper half takes the twist. And then switch. Something happened. Something happened. I'm not sure if you were all seeing that as I was moving, but I got some notification on my screen. Okay. So we were here. I was here. I'm not sure where you all were, but I'm back. I'm getting some messages. Let me just see what's going on. Okay, good. I'm back. So you heard me, but I was frozen. Okay, interesting. I don't know what happened. Thank you. So, all right, so you heard me. So maybe you were following along. I hope you were following along. Legs were straight, right? And we were reaching side to side. And it was looking like this for me. I would love to know what it was looking like for you. It's going to be different for every individual. So reaching to the side, and then back up to center. And then we were doing the twisting to one side and twisting to the other. Side to side. Side to side. A little twist on the top half and some steady ground on the bottom half. All right, good. Both legs are straight. Now, let's lean back even further to one side. So all the way back, elbow to the ground, the opposite arm reaching across my chest and my face as I tip over all the way to the side and reach over the side of the head. So a long lateral stretch. And then back up, and then over to the other side. And back up, and over to the other side. Reaching, reaching, reaching. So you'll notice that the stretch is happening on both sides here. It's on the bottom side because I'm angling the torso up away from the hip, and it's on the top side as I'm reaching my arm overhead. So last time to the second side, and then back up, and then swing around onto your hands and knees. Come to table pose. And shimmy around, hips swing to the left, swing to the right. Add some flexion and extension in the torso. And then tuck the toes, downward facing dog. And again, shimmy a little bit, hips to the left, hips to the right. Circle around. Circle the other way. And then pause at center. Nice long reach through the spine, tail to crown, sitting bones to palms. And then walk your feet towards your hands. Pause as you fold. And then bend the knees and roll on up. And hands come to the heart. Long, steady breath in and out. Inhale, sweep up nice and tall. A bright, open reach to the skies. And then a soft waterfall back down toward the ground. As you exhale, releasing the spine, the neck, the head, the jaw, the stress and tension, the fear, the anger, whatever you seek to release, let it go on a fold and on an exhale. And then come up part way, bend the knees, lift the heart, climb the shoulder blades onto the back. Exhale, fold back down, release, release, release. Inhale all the way up, reaching tall, a big, bright, welcoming in of this new year that happens every moment. Exhale back to center. Inhale, reach up tall. Exhale, fold back down. Bend the knees, cascade the spine, the neck of the head. Come back up partway, bend the knees, lift. Open the chest, broaden the collarbones, squeeze the shoulder blades together, fold back down. And inhale, reach all the way up. Tall and strong and bright and open. Exhale, hands to center. One more time. All the way up as you're planting the feet down to ground and stabilize the upward reach. Hands together at the heart. Now take the feet nice and wide apart. Turn the feet to one side. Take the back hand, the hand away from the side you turned toward. Sweep it up in front of you. All the way up, come to a triangle-ish shape. We won't stay here for long. And then keep backstroking the arm as you come back up and turn your feet to the other side and do the same thing. Just a brief pause in what feels like a triangle pose, come back up, and then shift to the other side. So the tone, the feeling of this practice is what I'm hoping you're experiencing is that there is constant flux. The earth is always turning on its axis and revolving around the sun. Always, 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 we are in the midst of movement. And always, 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 we have this chance to pause, to recognize what the movement looks and feels like in any particular moment, and to greet it with the excitement, with the joy, with the purpose that we greet the new year. One more time to your second side, and then come back up. Pause with the feet parallel to each other, hands on your hips. Inhale, lift your heart, lean back and look up. And then exhale, fold forward. Slide your hands down your legs as far as they go. Hang your head. Bend your knees. Come up part way. So bend your knees a lot. Lift your heart, lift your hips. So I'm in a bit of a back bend here. And then fold back down. And then come all the way up, reaching tall. And then hands back to center. So this time, instead of the backstroking arm movement, we're going to do a forward stroking, a crawl or a freestyle swim arm. So turn your hips to one side, take the back arm, turn your feet, to one side, take the back arm, and move it like you're swimming forward, up, and then over. And instead of the typical triangle pause shape, we're doing when we were reaching over to the side. And then sweep down. So keep going in that circle until you come back up. Turn the feet to the other side. Reach your back arm out and crawl it forward like the freestyle crawl swim. Back up, over to the other side. Pausing as you reach sideways with the arm, swivel the hips around. And around and around. So you want to be careful that you don't create any compression or discomfort around the sacrum or the lower back area. So you turn the pelvis accordingly as much as you need to make sure you're maintaining all of that lumbar region space. Up and over and around and down. Up and over and around and down. One more time to each side. And then pause at center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Hang your head, slide your hands down your legs. Now bend your knees a lot. Come up part way, put an arch in your spine. You can brace your elbows on your thighs if that feels good. Fold back down as you straighten the legs and lift the hips. And then inhale all the way up. Reach to the ceiling. Look to the sky. Hands together. Back at the heart. Release your arms. Step, hop, or jump your feet together again. And then lean into one side or one foot. Put all of your weight down. We'll come into a tree pose. Bend your other knee. Balance on the tip of your toe as you turn the knee out to the side. You can stop here and grow the branches of your tree, or you can lift the foot any amount up the standing leg. Slow and steady breath. And just as the tree does not know, nor does it care when the new year happens, it does know and care very much that there is a cycle, and it knows where it is at any given point during that cycle. And then steady release down and shift sides. Root through the opposite foot, sole of the foot, soaking up the nutrients and the steady presence of the ground. Bend the other knee, pivot on the big toe, pause, and decide where you want to land. And at what point there is enough root to allow the branches to grow. Slow and steady breaths. Rooted ground. And the lifted foot is pressing into the standing leg as much as the standing leg is responding back into the lifted foot, wherever that foot may be on the leg. And as you're ready, whenever you're satisfied, release, come down with grace and ease. Shake out the legs, shake out the arms, roll around in the shoulders. And then come to an easy fold back down to your mat, hands and knees. Let's take another downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale, lift and stretch. And then bring your knees to the floor and bring them right up against each other with your feet together. Drop down onto one hip and lift the forward arm up and pause. And then release the lifted arm and swivel your legs and feet to the other side. Reach up with the other arm. Lift and stretch. And then come back upright. Cross your legs in front of you. Lift up one arm, shake it out, bend the elbow, put your hand on your upper back. Take the other arm behind you, sweep it as far to the side across your back as it will go. Bend the other elbow, the back of the hand rests somewhere on the back. And from here, take a fold, a bow down. After your next exhale, use the inhale to rise back up. Release, shake out your arms. Other side, reach the arm, wave it around, and then bend the elbow, put the palm on your back. Take the other arm, sweep it behind you, bend the elbow, put the back of your hand somewhere on your back. And then fold down. And rise up. And release the arms and shake them out. Switch the way your legs are crossed. And then take your arms, reach them out, bring them in front of you, put one elbow on top of the other, bend your elbows. Don't worry about what your hands do. You can even just let them flop around, or you can brace them against each other, back of the hand or palm, either way. Whichever arm is on the bottom, use that one to pull the arms to its own side. The seat, the pelvis remain grounded. And then undo it. Swish it out. Open the arms again. Put the other one on top. Raise your hands in some way or let them flop around. It doesn't matter. Take the bottom arm and use it to pull to its own side. Seat and pelvis remain grounded. Long, steady breaths. And then release, shake it out. Good. All right. So take some breaths now to just remain stable, grounded, sitting tall. Close your eyes. If closing your eyes feels not right in any way, just cast the gaze downward, just a soft gaze at somewhere at the floor in front of you. Lift the heart and broaden the shoulders. Observe your breath. And bring your palms to your heart. And may we greet this day as if it were a new year every day. Thank you so much for being here today with me. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Peace to you. Thank you. Take good care, everyone. See you soon. Bye.